Hello, everyone. Yay, it's a Friday again. And this is my series of have to change my overlay. Wait, hang on. So basically, today it's a good day because I've honored to actually get a very special guest. That is, I would say, he is a marketing guru because when I first met him, he it guided me. Where the explosion of what marketing funnel is, the sales funnel is. If let's say today you are somebody who was unsure what marketing funnel is, what is sales funnels, make sure that you stay till the end because we're gonna decipher the code of what funnel is and what maybe you want to start to understand a little bit more about marketing where we go a little bit more in depth. Like I said, on all my lives, we focus on three things for the entrepreneurs. One is the mindset, one is the tool sets, one is the skill sets for all the entrepreneurs to actually take on their business into another level. So the very, very first thing that I would like to ask you guys to do is those people that are from Singapore, please give me a thumbs up, okay? Why do I start with Singapore? No, I'm from Malaysia. So those people who is from Malaysia, please give me a heart shape, okay? I want to see the heart shape starting to float inside my life so that, it actually encourage and motivate everybody to, sort of have a lot more interaction. So I see somebody from Singapore, and if you're not from Singapore and you're not from Malaysia, you're from somewhere else in the country, give me an angry face, okay? Give me an angry face. All right, so basically we're going to start, and I'm very happy that today I managed to bring up William, and I'm gonna pull William up right now. Hello.
Excellent. Hello. It's been a while since we actually last talked, and so happy that you actually invited me and so honored for this. Hopefully that could actually give value to your audience.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm very sure that today, right, with this guru here, right, you'll be able to answer a lot of my doubts and a lot of entrepreneurs' doubts as well. The reason why is because over the past 1 or 2 years, since we last met, and I think we met online, right? We haven't even met physically. We met on this drink entrepreneur.
Yes, there's an event, and you remember that you were talking a lot about HR, and I needed the HR advice back then, so we exchanged advice.
Yeah. So the time was the time where we talk a little bit about what happened to the company, what issues that you have, and that was the first MCO, right?
Right. Yeah, it's I think last year, exactly March. Yeah, we should definitely toast a friend anniversary here.
Definitely. And how I discover William is because William mentioned this word called the funnels, right? And you guys know that in any sales or marketing there is this keyword, or a lot of marketing gurus are actually telling people about funnels. And let's not worry about the jargons of what funnel is and not. But I sort of noticed William and realized that, hey, William is actually doing a lot on helping people in improving their marketing, right? And before we start, right, I just want to ask questions do you think marketing is important? Okay, a lot of entrepreneurs, right, still think that sales and marketing is the same thing, right? So as a very layman term, is there any way that you can tell them what's the difference between a marketing and what's the difference between sales?
That's a very interesting thing. I would actually say, right, sales is actually part of marketing. So marketing is rather the bigger picture. Think about it in this way, right? If let's say you're someone who sells, I think it's a durian season, right? Let's talk about durian right now. So let's say you're the durian seller, right? Okay, you would actually be having a store and stuff like that, and you will start selling. So that's when you will start putting things like, hey, do you want to buy 10 kg for how much, and things like that. So those are sales, right? Marketing is you're trying to tell people that, hey, I'm selling this durian here at this spot. So that's not sales. That's marketing. You're trying to create presence to tell people that, yeah, I'm selling at in Singapore, I'm selling it right in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur right now. So that's marketing by creating presence. I think if I could put it in that context, then that is how you actually distinguish the whole part. Sales is more towards the later part of the entire business.
In a business model wise, in any part of business, right, it starts with marketing. To me, the reason why is because you have to tell people, hey, I'm here. Besides giving me the money, you tell them, hey, I'm here. You come here and give me money, and then I will exchange a service with you. So sales in my term is an exchange of service with goods. So a service of goods with money. So you pay me something to solve a problem with a service or something that you need or a physical thing, right? So I think that's a big distinguish between that. But before that, how do you get to sales portion? The first ever presence is still the marketing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So today I think I posted up on the Facebook. I was like ranting like TikTok, LinkedIn, Google page, blog. I was really me myself. Like if you see right, how many plays am I streaming right now? If you can see, I'm actually streaming to a Facebook page. I'm streaming to
Okay.
a group, and I'm also streaming together to a YouTube channel, right? So I just want to check out with you. How can we manage this? Like a more layman term, how can we manage this?
Right. Sorry, Samantha, I lost you at the last sentence there. Would you mind repeat that? So you're talking
Yeah,
about like a lot about omni channels.
correct. So if let's say I'm an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
how can I manage this?
Mhm. Well, that's a very interesting question because my client just literally asked me last week. Because I have been working with this client for almost a year now, and she previously we have been always working only on Facebook. So there's just one platform, right? And she started noticing that Facebook is advertising cost is rising because a lot of technical factors and things like that. So she was wondering like, hey, I want to go on Instagram, I want to go on LinkedIn and stuff like that. So I think the first thing that I would actually say, right, is that if you want to know exactly like how do you want to manage this, try not to follow the trend, because when you follow the trend, right, that's when you will start to get lost and distracted, because that different platforms have different strategy of social media management. And that's the reason why when you hire people, there's a Facebook manager, Instagram manager, everyone is different. You see, that's the thing. So if you try to get on too many platforms, that's when you realize that you need different kind of skill sets. I would say that the best way to go around this is to actually ask yourself, what kind of customers do you want to attract? Like, is it people who has a bit more stronger in buying intention, or like someone who just starting out? Yeah. So like when you understand this, right? When you understand the buying intention versus the purchasing power, that's when you'll be able to distinguish whether which area is more of your audience. Yeah.
Right. So I think it comes back to the ROI and where your audience is. So if let's say your
Yes.
target audience is in Facebook, then definitely don't think about other place lah. But if let's say those people who are in like TikTok, you just realize that they are just youngsters, trying to influence their parents to do something. For example, like people who is like tuition, I think
Mm.
I found that like TikTok, it's like I learned so many things on TikTok because they try to like solve like math problems on TikTok,
Yes.
and I was like, hey, I can follow this teacher, you see, and later on, who knows if let's say he conduct a course or whatsoever, then I'll be able to like join him or whatsoever. But I find it
Yeah.
very easy to consume because I
Yes.
cannot be typing in my questions online and hoping there's a video popping up, which is
Yes.
probably not going to happen.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So I
Yes.
think that if
Exactly.
TikTok maybe is a better place. So
Yep.
if let's say I am an entrepreneur, okay, right now I'm on Facebook and YouTube. So how do I know whether TikTok is suitable for me or LinkedIn is suitable for me? If let's say I know that there's a little bit of people there and there may be, you know, I don't know, by gut feeling, I know that there is like people consuming it, but
Mhm.
how do we grasp the actual like, okay, should I start, should we go with like trying it out, or how, like
Right.
I remember that you started your first um massive attention from LinkedIn, right, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken?
Yes. You got it right. Yes. You got it right.
Yeah, do you want to
Correct.
share a bit
Correct.
of story?
Yeah. For sure. For
That's
sure.
the
So
story.
like
Yeah.
so basically for everyone's context, I run my own marketing consultancy. Currently we are focusing on funnel and automation. That's our specific skill set. But when I first started, we didn't start with that. When we first started, right, we were actually just a landing page designer. That's it. Like we didn't know anything about funnel. We didn't know anything about automation. Just know how to designs. So what I did was that I was it was just nice, because that time I was talking to Samantha, because that was my transition point. I was trying to resign from Maybank. Actually, I shouldn't mention the name, but like yeah, I was trying to resign, and then after
Oops.
that, and I didn't know like what kind of skill sets I can have. But I noticed that when I was working in a bank, right, I was pretty good in digitalizations and skill sets of designing. So I went on LinkedIn And then I did this post. I basically just mentioned, hey guys, so like I have just resigned, and like, my first job ever that I'm trying to do as a freelancer is designing. Then I actually asked this question to all those who used to design as your career or your business. What's the number one advice would you give to me? And that post went viral. It went like everyone just
Mm.
started commenting like, this is what you should do. I think this is what you should do. And that's when I think I remember I gotten about 100 plus connections just from that post alone. And I was shocked
Wow.
because I didn't know how to manage it at all. I wasn't a manager. I wasn't a social media manager. So I went blank. I didn't know how to do it, but I slowly just reply and engage with them slowly. And suddenly 2 or 3 of them are apparently like business owners, and they needed people to create their website, and they noticed the website and landing page is similar. So they started asking me for advice. Like, what is landing page? What is website? So I gave them some advice, and then they ultimately became my client. So that's when I first pocketed my first 1,500 United States dollar. And I was like, hey, this is a good business model. So I just kickstarted from that bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think just to give everyone a context, if let's say you guys don't know what's a website and what's a landing page, do you want to? I don't want to overwhelm by this,
Yeah.
but maybe in a simple text, what is the difference between a website and a landing page?
Okay. I think that's a good question. So again, I'll use a layman term to explain it. That landing
Yeah.
page is a bit more like a brochure. You know, when you're walking around in the shopping mall and stuff, and people want to sell you something specific, and they'll just stuff you with one brochure. So that's literally landing page. But website is that after you figure out the brochure and you like their product, and you'll be like, hey, where's this shop? And that's when you will go to the shopping mall directory and search for the shop. And when you go to the main shop, that's when you realize that they have so many products. So that's a website in a way. So that's how you could actually distinguish it. It's like one is very specific towards a single product. One is like you can have like many products, and you can have other information as well. Yeah.
I really, really like your way of telling people what website and landing page is. I mean, this is ever first time that even though I'm so hooked to even though I'm so hooked to like Russell Brunson, has Russell Brunson used this scenario before? I don't think so, right?
No, no, I don't think so.
Well, I think this
I'm
is
trying to
like
I'm trying to cope with the
so
Malaysian and
proprietor from
Singaporean
Will.
community here.
It is. Like landing page is really a brochure, right? We were
Specific,
really
correct?
trying to squeeze people into like one thing, like attention. I'm
Yes,
doing
yes,
sales of this mango of like $2.99.
yes,
And then after that, okay, where can I get this mango? And I wanted to, oh, it's from like one grocer, a grocer. So I would just go to
yeah,
the grocer and I was like, wow, as besides
there are
mango,
more mangoes,
other
correct?
things, you know.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
think that's a very good analogy to those people who are not in, first time you're thinking about like what marketing is. This is how basically a landing page can actually stop people. So I would say it's a showstopper, like stop
Mhm.
people from like taking them attention, and then hoping them also on the landing page that they take certain actions. Meaning to say that when you came here and you realize that wow, the mango is cheap and nice, right? I want to search for that store, right? And it will proactively go to the store. And that's what marketing is about as well. It's not really about hard selling, but it's really about people coming into your store, right?
Yes,
Naturally, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's it. I think like to add on to Samantha's point, like if you can see, have you all been wondering like why these days, right, there are so many cafes with like artistic concept coming up, right? It's because they
Mm.
want to gather your attention. They want you to see like, we are not just a typical cafe like Old Town and stuff. That's like the old school places that we go to hang out, right? And then, but in recent generations, you need to be aesthetic. You need to be like Instagram worthy. Like, if I take picture there, is it nice enough? Because that's marketing. It's like to build a presence around something that's beautiful. If it's not beautiful, you wouldn't see it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, marketing is also about beautiful and wow factor, right?
Hmm.
And it's worth talking about. And some people confuse it with like cheap or
Hmm.
lesser price, lesser value. How do you how does entrepreneur would think that how should they price or in terms of like marketing? Yeah.
Right. When you say price, is it more towards like the costing of it, or like how do they
Mm,
price the products?
I'm very sure until today, a lot of entrepreneurs will still have this mindset of like, if I want to hit the market, I need to be the cheapest. Okay.
Mm.
Like what else? What else can I do besides like price? Other people are selling this so cheap, and how can I be that cheap as well? I think a lot of people still stuck with this thing and say that, oh, if I want to win the market, I need to go with a lower price. And that's
Yes,
not what
yes.
marketing is doing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not what the marketing wants.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, correct. So, putting aside sales, right, for everyone, for those who are online right now, it's that when you want to sell something that's a bit more of an expensive product, I would say that go ahead with it. Do not follow the competition. This is what I tell my clients as my students as well in my accelerator program is that um, if you ever want to go for like a high ticket price, right, how do you actually compete with it? Is that learn this value, by the way. Sorry, Samantha, it's going to be a jargon term. This term is called value ladder. So how it works is like just imagine it's like I'm pretty sure Samantha you know this is also like just imagine it's like a ladder, right? You have to keep climbing up, but as you go higher, you will feel like the steps is steeper, right? And when you're at the bottom, the base is stronger. So that's how you should actually, if you want to attract someone who's like a high ticket or like someone who's paying high prices, that's how you should do it. Like what Samantha mentioned just now, if let's say your competitors are offering, let's say, how expensive do you rent? Let's just go as high as possible. Let's say 50, let's say 100 ringgit for like 2 kg, for example, right? It's freaking expensive. And they say that this is the market price. By all means, you can offer them as well. You say, yeah, I'm going to sell to you as the same price, 2 kg for 100 ringgit. But here's what you should do next if you want to sell even more. You can tell them this. Now that you have actually purchased my 2 kg offer, I'm going to add on another 3 kg for you with only 50 ringgit. And they will start thinking, wow, that means that I'm getting it like 5 kg for 150, as compared to my competitors who are only offering 100 ringgit for 2 kg, right? So when you do that, you are able to actually upsell more volume at the same time, higher prices. And that's what value ladder means.
Yeah. The McDonald's strategy. Add
Yes,
on $1.
exactly.
We
Exactly.
always do. Do you want to
Correct.
upsize for a venti, right? I think that's
Yeah.
very similar how
Starbucks
they do
too.
it. Yeah. So
Mhm.
actually today I just posted out one lead magnet. So another jargon. Okay, I shouldn't do that. Today I just posted out a post where they can download like what is the offer ladder. So climbing up the value ladder, it's very important to first hook people to come in, right? What is the value ladder? I know there's a lot of jargons here, but if let's say you're interested, like all the people that is online with me, you're interested, you can either type in value ladder in the chat box so that you can remember, and you can Google what is value ladder. How do you start with a basic value ladder and start stepping it up into like a higher customers who can actually spend higher. So in there, you can continue to churn more revenue out from certain clients. So if let's say come to a B2B sense, so I'm a very B2B person, well, because of my manufacturing. So what happens is people come with me maybe with starting like, I want to design a thing, right? And then after that, we will tell them, oh, okay, we can help you to design something. And then we will ask the next question would be, if you have designed the things, who is going to produce it for you, right? So they will say, okay, well, I have somebody, but okay, why not like this? Let me just produce it together for you. So I will sell you the mold, I will send you the production price, and then I'll ask them, so who is going to help you with the marketing? To this state, we're asking them,
Yes.
okay, so if that's the case, we can also help you to do like the packaging, the designs. And this is how we churn money from one single customers. Yeah, I mean, like
Yes.
where you continue to attribute to that, and guess what? You don't even have to spend more people looking for different audience or different customers, but one customer can actually brings you the value of the lifetime value. We always say the lifetime value, how much they can spend
Yeah.
on you,
Exactly.
right? So
Exactly.
so and it's always a very amazing concept. So those people have actually heard of this concept before, please hit me. I don't know what button is left there. Was there a haha button? If there's a haha button, I
Have
want
we
you
used
to
the
get
thumb up? Have we
yeah,
used a
can
thumbs up?
thumbs up is from Singapore.
Okay, okay.
The heart shape is for like from Malaysia. Hey, no one from Malaysia, man. Cannot be, right? Is there
I
anyone
can't
else
see
from
how many
Malaysia?
people are online actually today.
I can't
Like,
see. I there's no heart. So all of you guys are from Singapore. So you have a market, bro. So you can actually explore Singapore market as well. Yeah. So, William, do you want to share a little bit about like automation part? I always get hooked with like how can I sleep and then automate my marketing strategy? Hey, by the way, that's the topic of today. Behind the brand, like sleep and automate marketing strategy. And
Yes.
you are going to give us some like examples, right? Of like what companies or who does like automations in their marketing, because sometimes I get really tired like posting Facebook posts, right? What if like sometimes I don't feel like posting at all? You know,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
know that if I don't post, right, I will die. You know, I don't have new income stream of like no income or no new customers coming in. So I have to force my people, like even my B2B, if one day or one week I slack not posting my YouTube, plastic. So my YouTube is we talk about plastics, injection molding, some
Mm,
technical stuff.
yep.
If I don't do that like for a week, you can see that naturally the leads are not coming in. So
Drop.
that's
Yep.
that's basically tells you how important of like the presence of you in the
Marketing.
market. But sometimes we
Yes.
get really tired. Like sometimes, your marketing people resign, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you need to get a replacement. And while then you have to like start doing all the marketing chores, you see. So is there any way that we can actually help entrepreneurs to automate a little bit at least? And maybe you also want to tell like how B2B, like, oh no, how bigger business do their automations. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, right, I think like to answer Samantha's question first, if you want to like reduce like your load when it comes to producing content on YouTube, you really need to hire a virtual assistant. So like a lot of my clients, right, who are doing like YouTube, they're YouTube creators. What they do is that they basically tell me like, hey, Will, I have all these videos and stuff, like, but I just don't have the time to actually post it up. So what I will do is that I will actually get a virtual assistant, very very cheap. Trust me, you just go Fiverr, you can hire them for like $20, one time or like a week. It's very cheap. So they can just help you to actually upload, and in fact, they will help you to kind of make it suitable and adaptable towards the entire YouTube algorithm, so that when you post it up, right, it will help you to push your content further and creating much more traction or like interest or awareness towards it. Yeah. So this
Are you
virtual
saying
assistant,
like
trust me, sorry.
are you saying like using a Fiverr, meaning to say like use Fiverr service to get somebody to help you post up the things, is it?
Correct. So that's for YouTube lah. That's specifically for YouTube. But as for
Okay.
Instagram, Facebook, right? To be honest, that's a lot of software out there, and one of them is called Latergram and Later. So like these two self
Oh, later
softwares
is
is
good. Yeah.
correct. So that's when, right, if you, because Facebook and Instagram, I think is pretty straightforward. You record a video or like create the pictures and with the words and stuff like that. You just prepare it in advance. You put it in later, schedule which date. It will help you to automatically run it. So that's pretty simple, and it will reduce the load of many creators out there who are just starting out. Because I actually don't mind sharing one of my stories. That, remember just now I mentioned that I on LinkedIn the whole thing went viral, and I got like 100 plus connections, and a lot of people commented on the post. Like, I was like, oh my god, like how do I actually reply to this? Right? It was like tedious. In the end of the day, because I was stupid, I was still young, so like I still just go and like reply one by one, but I was burning out, right? So in the end, what I did was I noticed that I could actually link and automate my LinkedIn post with my Google Calendar. So I found this gem, and I'm
Mm.
like, oh my god, this thing saved my time a lot, because here's what I did. Um, I basically changed the wording on my next LinkedIn post, because I don't have the time to comment anymore, because I have 3 clients, so I have to serve them. I don't have the time to go and comment every single one of them, and I didn't want
Mm.
to sound like a jerk for not replying. So what I did was that I changed the copy of the words on it. I say that if you're interested to be working with me, hiring me as your landing page designer, just comment fire, or like comment I'm interested, and things like that. And what I did is that I used a software called Zapier. So
Oh,
Zapier is,
Zapier.
yeah,
Zapier is
it's
cool.
lovely. Correct. Zapier is very, very lovely. So I, my consultancy actually use it for my clients all the time, because it's super powerful. Zapier is able to capture the words that people actually commented. Let's say the person commented and say, I'm interested, right? Then Zapier would actually pull this person's data from LinkedIn, like his first name, last name, email address, and phone number, into a Google Sheet. That's when, right, everything is tabulated for you. If you guys remember, like whenever we want to do survey and stuff, right, we are constantly needing to like, fill up a form, um, Then after that, we need to download the Excel, VLOOKUP it, like filter it. Oh my God, those works are just so tedious. But now with like so many automation tools out there, you can actually just do it so simple. Like after they actually take on their details from LinkedIn to and put it on Google Sheet, you can literally just after that you can link from Google Sheet itself to your WhatsApp or even to your Messenger or even to your email and say whenever someone say they're interested, I want to send them an email straight away under my email, for example. Like for me, I'm doing William at alias.tilldigital.com, for example. And that email will just be automated. So just imagine if someone you are like in Malaysian time zone, right? And someone in US actually replied to you during our midnight and you can just straight away they can straight away get
Right.
the email immediately. They'll be like, wow, this guy is in Malaysia, but he's replying me now. He's so dedicated, it's like it's a false perception, but at the same time it reduces your load and it also helps you to build your customers engagement. You see, that's how powerful like
Exactly.
automation.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because we are all online right now and it's like 24 hours, right? I mean, business is coming in everywhere. Doesn't mean that, especially those people on the service, well, it's all over the world, right? And using some tools like this is going to be definitely helping them with the automations. And if let's say you can't manage all this, I say I cannot manage, I'm not a tech expert. Well, you can always connect with William because William will actually guide you one step by step on how to do this. And those people who wanted to try it out, go ahead and try it out. Like, how are you going to get your automation set up? Because I think it's for me myself managing, this Facebook lives and also all the potential things that is online courses and everything. It's also taxing because
yeah,
well, there are questions asking, there are comments coming in. Not to say that we don't like the questions, it's just that it's going to take up a lot of time. So imagine those people, I think those people that are working on Shopee or they are doing drop shipping, definitely they will need this kind of program, right?
mm-hmm,
To
mm-hmm.
help them streamline a lot on
Yeah,
their
workflow.
work.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And try, again, to be very frank, I have this very dumb automation that I want to share to you guys and how I do my YouTube videos, okay? And this is ever since the first time on live I shared this thing, okay? I don't think I tell anyone else how I do it. And people were asking me, how come you can actually post one video a week? And how can you be so consistent? To be very frank, all my videos are done in a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So So I have actually recorded all my videos in one day, and then after that, I actually outsource it to somebody to edit the video and post it up.
Mm-hmm.
So because if I were to do it on that day that I'm supposed to post a video and something came up, I'm pretty sure all my schedules are going to be disrupted. So what I did was I do all the videos in a day, like let's say 4 a day, and I will record it by changing my clothes. So
Mm-hmm.
so I'll be like
Dressing gear, I
changing
totally get that.
and and people will say, wow, you're so dedicated, right? But actually I did it in one day. So I just sort of like mental change my mind and say like today is a video day. I have to be like really there to shoot the videos and my script was done earlier on. Like I will prepare the script in one day, one for that's it. And then after that I have like consistent stuff going out. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So do you
yeah.
think that
I could
well
totally.
it's not automation anyway, but it's just like how to make it more effective lah, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's definitely automation is all about effectiveness. If you are that's the reason why I mentioned just now. If you could hire someone from Fiverr and like virtual assistant, right? Technically speaking, you are actually automating your process, and it's very cheap. It's not expensive at all by hiring these people from Fiverr. So like I would
Mm,
say that it's definitely one of the options. And I think to all content creators out there, like business owners that trying to create content on Facebook or even like Instagram, I think you definitely need to explore the options of outsourcing. So outsourcing technically means that you dedicate the job to someone else. Don't try to do everything yourself because when I first started and I tried to do everything myself, I was burning out like crazy, like every day, like no sleep, eat no sleep. And then after that, I realized that, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. I'm starting to get old. So like I realized that okay, I have to outsource. So that's when you start outsourcing, you become much more effective. You can spend the time on other things that really matters to you.
So do you want to share a little bit about the companies that actually use automation and get massive kind of like um results from by just automating one thing or automating some marketing strategies?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I can share my screen, right? Is it possible?
Well, I guess you can.
Let me just give
Is
it a
there a
try.
share?
Let's
Is
see.
there a share screen button?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, there's a share screen button, so let me just try
Good.
to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, just give me a while. Hope that I'm sharing the right screen here.
Yep. I can see your stream popping up already. Let me just bring
Okay,
it.
cool.
Can you bring it up or you can't? I can bring it up to the stream.
Are y'all looking
Yay.
at like Zapier right now?
Yep. We're looking at
Yeah,
Zapier right
okay, so this is my favorite tool at all, but like I'm not gonna show that. So I just want to show like this one particular companies, right? I'm pretty sure you know this, Samantha. This is
Yes,
Russell
well,
Brunson.
Russell is really my idol. Okay, Russell is my
Yes,
idol.
yes, exactly. Look, it's really automated. I haven't even do anything yet. So like take a look at this,
Yeah.
right? It's yeah, so Russell Brunson, just for everyone's context, like he's considered the king of marketeers for generation 2000 onwards because he built this crazy company called ClickFunnels. And the reason why it's so simple because like ClickFunnels actually basically helps business owners to create website without any coding knowledge. If you guys remember, right, for those of you who have tried getting website designers, they will charge you easily 20K, 30K because they simply have to do a lot of coding. And Russell Brunson, this guy right here, he hated it. He was like, why do I have to pay so much just for this stupid, simple landing page? So like he decided to create this ClickFunnels and ask you to just create the website. So simple. So now the reason why I say automation is so cool, right, is that if you can look at this, right, um, this guy right here, he always create masterclass, which means webinar. So if you think about it right now, right? Right now, I think in Singapore and Malaysian time zone, it's like 9 p.m. So like in
Mm.
Canada, it's like 6 a.m. Do you think that he has the energy to actually run training that time? I don't think so. And it's like it's beginning in 15 minutes. He got time to prepare in 15 minutes. I don't think so. So like this is the cool thing. You could literally just register and like let's just say, okay, I'm just gonna go for this and yeah, email my email, never mind. Just go for confirm registration. The moment I'm done, right, I will
You
straight
need
away
to take.
get an
I would like.
email.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
And then you're gonna start the class.
Yeah, exactly. So like, can you see that this he literally has this video right here that he's recording. It looks like he's so energetic, but it's pre-recorded, and we don't even know. And like the and you can see that it's automated because like if you look into the email, yeah, I don't mind just sharing the email. You will be
Mm.
actually getting like uh yeah, I think I okay, never mind. I filter it.
You have to
So
like
like
click.
yeah, correct. So like they actually automated the email straight away, say, hey, your webinar is starting in like 10 minutes. So just imagine, right, if you are a business owner and you can apply this to your customers, and just imagine and tell them like, hey, we are only left with like 24 hours till our promotion ends. And they'll be
Mm.
like, oh wow, there's only 24 hours left. I've been waiting for this product. And they will just
Mm.
hop on it and like purchase it. And you can do this while you're sleeping because all these things are pretty much automated as long as you have like an email list and that's all you need. Yeah.
Correct.
So
And
that's like,
yeah,
go
what
ahead,
happens
Samantha.
last week was we were actually talking about like Facebook, Apple launching, and we were talking about like all the launches of Apple is the success is not after the launch, but it's the pre-launch, the
Yes.
pre-stepping up of how they started to launch that thing, and that the pre-launch is the most important thing, and this is a way of how they wanted to pre-launch something where you can hop onto it with a time limit. You see, like I'm queuing for something, I'm queuing for the latest iPhone,
Yes.
I'm getting very excited, it's about to start. And all this is
Yes.
actually being automated. There's no one else. And I really like the way that basically you can just sleep lah.
Yes. Yes.
And there's somebody
Exactly.
still listening to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to feel like burning out at all. And like you could see that it's such a cool thing. The reason why he puts 15 minutes, right? There's a psychological aspect to it. Is that because you look at the time, you're like, oh, 10 minutes left. What can I do in 10 minutes? Nothing. So you probably won't leave this page. So what he
Exactly.
does is that on his website, his landing page, he basically just put in like other instructions here, like, hey, do you want to get like your free trial to the ClickFunnels software? And you'd be like, oh wow, I've never heard of ClickFunnels, and there's a 14 days trial. It's a no-brainer thing, right? Because it's free stuff. So I'm just gonna go
Correct.
ahead and get it. Yeah. And that's
Mm.
how he constantly bring his customer to the next level. You can see that the webinar that he was conducting just now is free, right? It's zero
Mm,
cost. But from here, I can get like a 14 days trial. And if I
mm,
feel like, okay, I don't want this offer, I want the next one. And this is the one that he's charging because the
mm.
book is free, but he's charging you only for shipping, and it's only $5. Are you gonna get it? You will, because you'll be like, oh
Yeah.
wow, there's only $5 for a book. I'm gonna get it. So from that onwards, right, that's when you will start paying for higher and higher ticket prices. Yeah.
Yeah. So those people in the marketing space, though, so like us, we are like so okay, sort of like numb to it. Lah. But to a lot of
Mm,
people that have this is the first, if let's say this is the first time you're looking at something like this, this is the first time that you're seeing like an offer page, okay? Things like with a lot of videos coming on and then got like timer counting down. If let's say this is the first time, just put in a comment that this is the first time that you're seeing it. That means that you really want to like go and look out like what is the psychology behind this thing and why is people actually buying this kind of thing, and I can tell you millions and millions of dollars has been pumped into this ClickFunnels business because well people just hook right to whatever that he has to sell, right? Even though okay, to be very frank, right, I don't really use the software but I consume a lot of value to it. Okay, well,
mhm,
use another software to it. The reason why there is ups and downs, but to be very frank, he made a lot of money through it, right? Yeah, yeah, and maybe to entrepreneurs will think that okay, I am just a small company, I don't really have this kind of thing, is there any like tricks? Like for me, what I did was very simple. You can always do like a short video on Facebook and ask people to like PM me, right? It's still an automation because the thing is out in the
yes.
social media space and it's still
Yep.
running every day, right? Somebody is scrolling through and somebody can still contact you, and that is still, to me, it's still an automation. It's just that it's a bit semi-automated lah, basically.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, but I think that's fine though. It's considered automation because like there's this like kopitiam that's like near my house, and like they're struggling during this Malaysia's pandemic, right? They're struggling so
Yeah.
badly that they started to do Facebook Live, and you know what they're selling? Four
What?
ringgit kopi o. That's it. That's it. 4 ringgit kopi o. They're doing live, and like how they do it is very simple. They'll be like, you know what? If you drink kopi o like yourself, it's no fun, right? And now that it's pandemic season, that's when you need to bond with people. So they started asking like, you know what? If you get 5 kopi o and you tag us on Facebook right now, I will immediately send you a rider to send to your house for free. And you'd be like,
Oh,
as a person, right? As a customer, the best thing to do about it is that, yeah, I don't want to go out because this COVID is everywhere, and you can send the mails to me, and I can get 5. And like my family, let's assume that my family I have like 5 people at home, right? It's a no-brainer deal. So that's automated. Everything is automated for this particular and it's a kopitiam, by the way. So I would say
hey,
that
I
like
really like the
many,
idea.
yes, exactly right. So it's so simple. It's like you can just connect with people surrounding and like just do that. So it's like
That day,
it's automated in a way.
yeah, that day I was really complaining to my girlfriends. I was like, I'm so homesick. I have been actually staying at home for like a month plus. I have not been leaving the house. And I was like, the fact that one cafe photo can elicit my emotion, like I miss hanging out at a cafe so much. And I think that I've gone crazy, in that sense. Because and a photo of like just Cameron Highlands, a very nice picture, can actually drive me
Yes.
like, oh, I really want to go out, right? And
Yeah.
and let's say the kopitiam can actually come up with like, parties, I will send you to Zoom rooms and then you can, have your kopi and teh tarik there. We're gonna send a rider out. I think it's cool, right? And I always
Yeah.
always dream
Exactly.
like, and I was
Yeah. You
always
see the.
dreaming that, remember why we love meetings in the office? Do you know what's the one
Mm.
meeting or what is the main reason why you like meetings in the office? Because I love meeting in the office because they offer me teh tarik and Nescafe
Yes.
and also
Yes.
kueh.
And it's free flow some more.
Exactly. And I was like, think, is there anyone creating this kind of experience online? Like, we're gonna have a conference soon. What happens is I'm gonna send you a teh tarik right in front of face before the the meeting starts, and you can actually sip your teh tarik. And I think it's cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's definitely lah. That's the reason why that's the thing, right? Why kopitiam actually like it actually connects people, right? People go there for breakfast. We go there to like, talk gossips and stuff like that in the morning. So if we could actually combine that human element with automation, that would be so cool, right? It's like everyone can
Yeah.
just still have similar effect. If you notice, right, do
Correct.
you happen to see this recent um Instagram reels or TikTok about Mars Airline?
Mm.
Playing the music of their airline reporting, like dun, 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 like that kind of the sound. Have you seen that video? You should totally check that
No.
out.
I
Okay, you know
just
what
know that
happened?
Asia did something recently.
Oh, is
Was he
it?
trying
Yeah,
to like
Mark.
send oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They were trying to send their air stewardess to events, I think.
Right,
To
right,
like corporate events, something like that.
right. I see,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, but Mars Airline did that. So that sound, right? It's a very familiar sound. With whoever that went to like airport, right? You will remember that sound because that's an announcement sound, right? So you know what happened after that? There's a spike in search of accommodations in Booking.com and Airbnb in Malaysia because people are just so driven to emotions that they just want to go and book, and when they figure out that on the calendar date everything is unavailable, and then that's when reality hits, like, oh, COVID is still happening in Malaysia, so you can't travel. But yeah, but you get the point, right? So it's like, when you elicit emotion side of things, that's when you actually will actually drive them to actually get so much attention to buying your product.
It's so sad, right? It's like I can feel it,
Yeah,
If I hear that sound, right,
I
of
think the
my
Singaporeans
boarding.
right now are like laughing at us.
But they are also on a circuit breaker right now. Okay. I
But
don't think they're
I think they can recover like way better than us lah. Our cases are still really high. That's the thing. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, sometimes this kind of sound, right, can elicit so much emotions, like, oh my gosh, like I really, really, how long has it been like not on an airplane, right?
Hmm.
And so let's think about, if let's say you're an entrepreneur and today you're stuck with your business, there's so much things that you can do to still attract attention before the thing opens up, right? Maybe the preparation, and preparation work for travel, for hotels. You can do it now, because once
Hmm.
we unlock, I can tell you people go crazy. Because can you imagine, the emotions are actually creeping into me already, like the sight of like a photo, a sight of like some sound or whatsoever, right? It's already there. So can you
Yeah.
imagine the after crowd? So just now I was on another live show about leadership. Maybe leaders in the business right now ought to like really think about what's going to happen right after this, because this is the longest ever MCO, I think. Because
Yes.
it's been
Yes.
1.5 months and we're still in a full lockdown, right?
Yes.
So this is going to be crazy after everyone wants to like get out of the house, and splurge and buy, and satisfy the emotions and all those. So
Yeah.
Huni was Huni was here, and it was like, hi Sam, just sharing, attended an online conference whereby the online sent us frozen mojito and chips. Mojito and
Love
chips.
that.
Oh my
When was the
god.
last time you had that? Right? Think about it.
Oh my gosh, like chips. It's like, yeah, I mean, these are all like good ideas to
Little
just get
things.
people
Correct.
fun, you see, because we're all now
Correct.
stuck in front of the screen,
Yeah.
and parties. If let's say we want to do like house parties, I want people to decorate my house, send me party packs lah that can, help me decorate my house, make my house better, and I mean, there is still opportunities around, like
Yes.
consultants. Like I say, right now, right? Okay, that day I was, okay, to be very, very funny, right? I was watching one Hindi guru teaching how other people, have like business ideas. Then he was like saying,
Hmm.
like, like people that is in like in the pregnancy, about to deliver and all those, right? There's so many coach that it can become. You can become like the lactation coach. You can become what coach, the people who actually help you handle how you handle your child. So go
Yeah.
online in a consultation, how is your baby, there's so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
opportunity out there. If let's say you guys started something, you see, like go online and
Yes.
tell people, okay, I'm going to help you monitor your baby whether she's healthy, or help you monitor baby how prepare his meal, or
Yeah.
help you to monitor whether your baby is pooping well by showing me your diapers, that
Yes.
kind of thing.
Yes.
And it's all possible as long as you put a service to there. I think it's superbly possible. The
Yeah,
more
the funny
people,
thing about it, right, is that when we are all so caught up prior to this pandemic, right, to chase the bigger things like big corporate job, big cars, and all these things, we forgot that actually like all these little things can actually become a business too. That's the reason why you notice, right, a lot of people started doing home delivery, home bakery. I have so many stewardess friends who became bakers like out of the blue. Like they have never baked
mine too.
before for me, and
Yeah.
like suddenly they just started selling things. So like
And
all
they
this.
did sell something, right? I mean, they do
Yes,
have business, right? And the market is
yes.
there, right?
Yes, exactly. And it boomed. Like since last year until now, the followers from Instagram, for example, from zero all the way up to 10,000 plus. I was like,
Oh,
that's
that's a
insane.
lot,
Like,
like way better than my Instagram.
and I think it's a different now because like that's like exactly like you mentioned, right? Cafe food,
FMCG. Yes.
people just went crazy because of that. The primary
Correct.
consumer products. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course it's different. I mean, like those people that are in B2B and B2C is very different. And if let's say you're like doing B2C, like baking, clothes, sewing. Okay, sewing a bit tough lah. Right now, I don't even buy anything online already, but I do buy a piece or two of dress just to like
Mhm.
wear because there's nowhere that I can wear a dress, but I just feel like I have that feeling of like getting a
Keep that
dress.
sanity in check.
So this part of thing is a business opportunity, like
Yes.
comforting the soul of people stuck at home.
Mhm.
It's a big market, right? It's
Mhm.
also a big market. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reason why, like, if I were to actually just tie this back to Samantha's main topic, right, is that to
Of
actually get on the value ladder, you see. So this is the perfect time for you to take a step back, stop pushing on sales, think about like how your product can be diversified into multiple levels.
I
So, like
like
for
that.
example, let's say you are someone who sell mangoes, right? You can actually think about like aside from selling mangoes, maybe your family or like someone in the business knows how to make mango smoothie or maybe mango cake.
Oh, so
Then when the
nice.
moment this whole COVID ends, right, you have the cash to just open up a mango house. Like
Yeah.
everyone would know you as like, for example, sorry, I'm gonna use your name, Samantha. Samantha, the mango queen, right? Someone
Yes.
who knows how to do mango smoothie, mango cake, mango cheesecake, or anything. And that's like the best time to do it is now. Because this is where you do exploring, research, and everything.
And that's where marketing starts, right? And
Yes.
who knows, maybe you can spend like, a few dollars by sending one lucky winner to have one mango smoothie every day, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how much is the cost? Just like $5, $10 to just send a mango smoothie to someone and then ask them to give you a reaction post on Facebook and say that they enjoy the smoothie a lot. And when everything recovers, invite those people who actually got your smoothie to come over for like #100 voucher,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
and create some viral stuff around it. And I really like that. Yeah, and talking about
Yeah.
smoothie, I'm really, really thirsty as well. It's like everything is eliciting all my emotions.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
that's the perfect thing about marketing, right? It's that if you are able to drive them, you see, I love this quote, and I think you all should take away with this as well. Is that people don't buy facts, people don't buy information, people buy emotion. So when you can connect with people on an emotional level, trust me, how much money also you can sell. Trust me on that bit. That's the reason why you shouldn't like there's no need at all for you to actually drive your price down just because your competitors do so. As long as you know how to
exactly.
elicit the emotions, you can do it. Think about it. Starbucks coffee is not the best out there, but people buy it. Why? Because like it has been there since like forever. Everyone,
Exactly.
well, the moment you think about Starbucks, you think about brand, you think about luxury, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool, right, to hold a Starbucks mug in front of Zoom meetings, right?
Yeah, and then it'll be like, oh, that's like an office. That's an office vibe that I used to get. Like we always get coffee before going for like 9 to 5. Yeah, and you always tell your boss like, boss, sorry, I'm coming late a little bit because I'm gonna get coffee for you in Starbucks downstairs. Yeah, like so these are emotions you see, and you buy it because emotion.
Yeah. So I was really, really, I'm really, really happy that you came over and, I have really, really good chat about marketing. This is something like so fun, right? Marketing is supposed to be really, really fun, and not
Yes.
crack their heads upon it. And
Yeah.
we were almost towards the end of this show, but I wanted to shout out to those people that is live today, because I remember this. Anyone that is live, okay, you will be able to get a gift from William. And William, do you want to share, your why are you gonna give it out to those people that is live audience? And if let's say I forget to pull down the link, then you will be able to actually download forever, lah, basically.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we
correct.
always want to honor those people that is live. I really, really hope that you guys can take away from things that William is gonna about to. Oh, wow, this is something that William is gonna. I mean, this thing for William to give you, right? It's actually worth like a consultation from you, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
literally more of like something like a consultation for you already. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna post it up here that well, okay, I'm gonna post up the whole thing. The reason why is because that yeah. So that you guys can actually go ahead to the Google Forms. So what happens is you can just download it. No, download. Just fill out the forms, and then after that you get to choose two things. Okay. Between what is it? Number one.
Yeah. So now the number one is actually the first part where I think Samantha mentioned just now, like how do we actually sell without like comparing competitive pricing. So I created a PDF on it, like to teach you exactly how you can sell high price products. And it's a very clear step by step, and it also includes a video, so you can watch it anytime you want. Then the
Wow.
second part is more towards like now that you know that, let's say you want to sell mangoes online, where to find customers online that want to sell mango, right? So that's when I'll teach you exactly how you can find your superb golden customers online. So you can choose either one of it, but like Samantha asked, like, what if you guys want both? So I'm saying like, okay, now just fill out the form twice and I will just send both to you.
But don't tell anyone lah. So just
Yeah, keep it within us.
evaluate what is the most important thing that you need right now.
Correct,
Is it
correct.
sales or is it the marketing? Right. But both of them is very important in any business. And I really hope that you guys take away a lot from William. I really, really do enjoy like these sessions, right? Seems like we have been on it, like, and we were like off track a little bit and come back. Did we cover enough on sleep and automation? Yeah, we did, because you were
Well, I'm always
sharing
open.
some apps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always open to be sharing that. So like for those who don't know, like every Tuesday actually I've been sharing on my personal Facebook and Instagram as well on automation. So if you guys are interested, definitely just go ahead and watch. I think I locked them really clear on like what automation you guys are at, but it's a bit more technical. So if you guys want to be a little bit more like something a bit more basic and stuff, just feel free to chat me up on Facebook, Instagram. I'm more than happy to actually share with you.
Yeah, and I think William right now is also helping a lot of corporates in automating the process, because for corporates they have way bigger volume
Huge.
that a personal
Yes.
people can handle. Just like if let's say you have a big Lazada shop or a big account on Lazada, right? And what happens is you will have like influx of so many people and you have to attend to so many things. Oh yeah, I have one more last question for you. We hate chatbots.
Yes.
And how
Yes.
do we not use a chatbot? Because very likely, if let's say you talk about automate, the first thing people will think about it's okay. I know that you're gonna tell me to use a chatbot, right?
Mhm.
And I hate talking to a chatbot because I literally scream over a chatbot. It's like
Oh my god, I could totally see that. Yeah.
it's like F you, you know. And you just realize that, oh shucks, this is a chatbot, and you're actually getting angry over a chatbot, and is really meaningless. And is there any way that we can like do away the chatbots, or is there
Yeah.
any better way to do that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be very, very honest right now. It's that there's no alternative solution for now. If let's say you're in a e-commerce space, or like if you want to use something like, for example, like when you're sleeping and you can't reply to their text and they're like global clients and you want to reply fast, chatbot is definitely the way to go. But what you can change is the conditions or the way the chatbot reacts. So now here's the mistake a lot of business owners did, is that they thought like chatbot is just simply like, okay, they come in and then they ask a question like, I want to know more about this product, and then you say, okay, here's your option one, two, three. No, a
I
real
actually tell you that's what I did for my business.
yeah,
This
that's why
one.
that's a huge no, because like people will just smell it and be like, hey, this is not
You.
Samantha. Yeah, this is like robot. So obvious, right? So which is
Mm,
why, right, in the chat marketing space, I think I work very closely with this company called ManyChat. Um, they are constantly improving the system so that they could actually share like how they don't reply based on your pre-scripted message. but they have like a list of keywords and stuff, and they catch based on the keywords that you put. For example, if you put in like information and products, then they will straight away say like, hey, I'm Helena, for example. I'm Helena, and I'm so sorry that Samantha is not here right now. I'll be the one answering your question. Do you feel like that's a chatbot?
No, I
No,
won't.
exactly.
But
But
if
it's
you
a
reply
chatbot.
me like option 1, option 2,
Yes.
option
Yes.
3, and I will just
Yes.
leave that at.
Exactly. But here's the thing. So it's like doing when you're building a chatbot, right? This is what I do for my corporate clients because they are furiously looking for this kind of solution. Is that you need to understand the keywords that customers want to look for. The moment you
Correct.
understand that, that's when you'll be able to craft messages that seems natural, but it's still robotic. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, William. So those people who like to follow William, I think William, are you more active on IG or Facebook or both?
Both is fine actually. Both is fine.
Okay, so just follow William on IG, William underscore TZW. And let's say you want to have more insights about business model. So I mainly drill a lot on how business should attack their market and on the business model. You can actually follow me on I am Samantha Chi. And if let's say you're somebody or an owner that is actually got caught with pandemic, and you really are stuck, and that's where I started to do this Facebook Live ever since we started the lockdown in Malaysia, which I have this group called Pandemic Proof Entrepreneurs. You can go in, share your valuable ideas, give comments, shout out for help inside there so that we can reach out to you guys. And so there's many entrepreneurs there. We come in and share a platform. My wish is to like build this up to 100K, and I want to invite Richard Branson to come over. This is actually my real dream.
That's the best ever. Like I think you're definitely gonna crush that. I've
Yes,
seen the
I
growth of the
wanted
group though.
to-
It's like doing
Yeah,
great.
so help me really to share it out. The reason why is because I think that 100K is a very decent size for Richard Branson to just say yes for a small fees, to come over and answer questions like he basically sold off like most of his airplane, right? And I really can't understand like Richard Branson and also Tony Fernandez. Like, the entire thing is crushing on you. The entire world is actually crushing on you. And how, in your right mind, can you continue this journey?
Yeah. The
Right.
mindset part.
Correct. I mean, like one lockdown is already devastating. You are like the whole industry shutting you off. You see, and and how can you overcome this? This is something that I definitely want to learn from them. So if let's say you are like entrepreneurs who like to share more things about the pandemic and how you've been suffering and how you actually thrive because of this pandemic as well, I really do welcome you to join the group. All right. So what you need to do is just go to Facebook and then Google this pandemic proof entrepreneurs, and then you can actually join the group by answering simple questions. Please do answer the question because there is some conducts of surveys there because I wanted to roughly know like why are you in pain or why are you thriving, so that I can have some statistic behind it. All right, so thank you so much, William. Do you have any shout out for all the audience or one takeaway for the audience today?
Yeah, I think definitely like just one thing for everyone here that's like who is an entrepreneur and stuff is don't give up. Like honestly speaking, think about it from my perspective is that when I first started, I was a banker. I don't know anything about marketing at all. And I learned it ground up from last year July until November. And now I'm actually running my own marketing consultancy. When there's a will, there's always a way. That's what I love to say
Yeah,
all the
and
time.
there's a will, always a way, and follow Will Teo.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. For more inspiration, quotes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
okay.
Samantha. This has been really
Thank you so
amazing
much.
experience. I've given enough
Same
value
here.
to your audience.
Yes, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next tomorrow. Tomorrow we have another guest speaker coming up. And hopefully those that are following me, I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you so much for William. Bye. Bye everyone.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Good night. Have a great
Good
weekend.
night.